Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel at Kenny Creatives. If you are new to this channel, be sure to hit on the subscribe button and leave a comment for the section. Today we are going to learn about Revit families to be in particular, how to make a Revit furniture. We're going to make a simple furniture. So under this, go to the families and hit on new. As for me, mine is in English, so I'll take English and I'll search for metric. I want to do the furniture, so metric furniture.r. Yeah, so you have to have the sketch in mind. As for me, I'm going to create a TV cabinet, so you have to make reference lines. So under create, you simply go to the reference plane, and by now I think you will have had your dimensions. So as for me, uh, I'll take this as the midpoint of my TV cabinet, so I'll give it 200 and do that, and stretch this one to this other side. Okay, and again, the reference plane, still using it. I want it to stretch another 200. Yeah, let's say there, and choose the line and stretch it, and on both sides I want it to span 1 meter, 1 meter on each side. So I'll just go again. Yeah, that is that, and then on this other side again, 1000. Yeah, so this is my baseline, but this is not the complete thing that I want. There are still more stuff that I want to add to this. So as for this, I'm going to choose again. For this side, I want to put 300 up, then another 300. We go up, yeah. Then for this other side, I want to put only 300 because it will be 600 plus 300, and the space for the television will be 1.1 meters. So this will be an extra 300 again. Maybe a shelf, book cabinet, don't know how to use cabinets. Yeah, then that is that. So we have to dimension these lines. So just hit on DI, yeah, and click on the dimensions. Dimension that, dimension that. This dimension will just help us, to know what we are doing and stuff. Yeah, because they are not equal, we leave it that way. If you want them to be equal, there's the EQ sign. Let me show you that. There is this EQ sign. If I hit on this EQ sign, all the cabinets becomes equal. The divisions become equal, but mine is not equal. So yeah, and then DI again, I want to take this whole dimension, and it's 2 meters. So yeah, so also I want to dimension the width. So I take this, and this, and because it's equal, I hit on that, then hit on EQ so that it turns EQ to show equivalent, and I take this and that, and I take on 400. Yeah, that will be my width. So I have to label this dimension and say this is the total length, this is, yeah. So when you hit on that, yeah, you go to this icon over here and hit on it, and make sure it's under family parameter and it's under type, and let's say this is the total length, you name it as length, yeah, and hit on OK. So you see total length to 2000. I'm working in millimeters. If you want to change the project settings, you can also do that. This is 400. Go to the same icon and hit on total width, yeah, and hit on OK. You see, so this is basically the base of the cabinet up as we go, right? Okay, that is that. Then we want to work on the front. These are already reference lines that have been placed, so we want to work on the front of the cabinet. So still go back and take under the reference plane. Let's say I want the first one to be at least 500 from the ground, so 500 millimeters, and I stretch it to this side. Yeah, that is one. And then the second one, I want the second one to be, let's say, 1 meter above the ground, 1 meter above the 500, and again stretch it there, and then the other one, let's say 300. Yeah, so the total cabinet length will be 300 plus 1.3, 1.8, which is pretty good. Again, we have to dimension all this stuff. So di, when you dimension and do this and do that, when you do this and that, and then when you choose the 2000, when you come, you just click here. Yeah, it is the total length. Just choose that and it will automatically take it. But it will tell you reference planes are not constructed. Okay, so if you do that, you have to input reference planes over and over again if you want it to be okay, right? So create reference plane. We do this first. Yeah, so when you try to name this 2000 and you just choose here and say it's the total length, it will take the dimension, but you have to use it after you place the dimension line. So this and that and 2000 and say, yeah, it's our 2000, and choose the total length. Okay, it's there. We want to create the total height too, so di for dimension is the shortcut. Take this and take that and do this, then choose this line and hit on that small icon. This is the total height. Yeah, that's the total height, and hit on okay. So total height 1.8 meters, 1800. So yeah, after that we have to label all these reference planes. This is the reference level 01. So when you click on this, it will ask you click to name. You can name it from this side or you can name it from here. I prefer to name it from here. So level, let me name it level 2. Yeah, then if I click on this one, click to name level 3, and this upper one I won't name it level 4, I'll name it as top. Okay, so we have the top, level 2, and level 1. Yeah, those are the levels we have. And okay, that is the front of the cabinet. When we go to the left side of the cabinet, we have to make and see how the furniture is, and we have on this project browser, you can toggle it and see if you have the right side and stuff. Yeah, so this is the right, the other one is the left. So when we are making the left, we have to also create the reference planes. So it's a long and tedious process. So yeah, one, create that, the down one is always there. We have to create this reference plane. We are cool. And for this one, I want 100. I want it set to 100 just for the design purposes, and hit on that. So yeah, that is that. And on the left, you'll see this 100. Still have to do this. And take this again, do that, and do this other one. Okay, good. So we have the left and we have the right. Now we have to dimension them. Di, when you take this and hit on this, it's 400, right? But this 400 has already been put into the system. Go under label and take it as the total width and hit on OK. Again, di, we want to dimension the height. It's not a must to dimension this stuff, but it's going to help. Yeah, and when you hit on escape and choose it, and you can choose if this is the total height as 1800. Right, now we are going to start and do the furniture itself. So we are going to go to the reference level, right? So we're going to choose and create, and you're going to choose extrusion as a method of creation. We're going to choose this one. We want to make the base first, so we are going to choose the rectangle, and when you choose the rectangle, you're going to hit on set. Where do you want it to be? There are levels we already created. We created level 2, level 3, level top, but we want it to be on the reference level because it's on the downside. Okay, when you go to this other side, extrusion end, you can choose the thickness. I want, let's say it will be 25, 2.5 centimeters thick, and I hit on apply, and I just come and do this. You can check this is the rectangle as I had said. So when I do this, I just choose the rectangle and do that. Voila, and hit on the OK button. So when you hit on the 3D view, we'll find this. You can hold down the shift key and scroll around, toggle around using the middle key mouse button. So this is our base. So we want to create the rest of the furniture. So that was that. And then let's say we are creating the second plane. So we go to create again, extrusion. We take the rectangle, and under set, we want to choose the level 2 on which the TV is going to rest, right? So we do this and check again on the, you can check on the thickness. I want it to be, let's say, 2 centimeters thick. Okay, 20, and we draw it. Okay, and hit on the OK button. So when you go to the 3D view, what you can have here is 2 levels already created, which is nice. Again, let's go to the reference level again. We're going to create the top compartments. So create, extrusion, again set, choose the set, choose the reference plane, level 3, and hit on OK. And then hit on the rectangle, check the thickness, and then draw it. And then hit on OK. Again, check create, check extrusion, check the set, choose the set as top level, and hit on OK, and draw it. But then it comes to this: do you want it to be more than 1.8 meters or less? If you want to be less than 1.8 meters, you just add -20, such that it's 20 centimeters below the 1.8 level. If you want to be a little bit 18.02, yeah, you can just let it a little bit. I'll leave it as it is. Hit on no escape, sorry, Control Z. I draw this one. Okay. Remember to always choose the level. So when we actually go to the 3D view, we can see our cabinet forming shape. This is our cabinet, it's forming shape. Go again to the left side. We want to see if the left side is really the left side we chose, or the right side is the right side we chose. So I'm still working on the reference level. So go to the create, extrusion. We want to make the back of the cabinet, right? And we want to work on, we take the set, and we want to work on, yeah, the reference level, and take OK. And let's take this one. But then we want to put the back of the cabinet. So we have a space of, the space is, the first cabinet was 500, right? So you just change the extrusion end here to 500, okay? And hit on apply. And the thickness, you want the thickness to be 2 centimeters, right? So you just drag it, right? And just scroll and make sure it's it's 2 centimeters, and hit on OK. And make sure it's the full length, okay? And when you hit on OK and check in the 3D view, you'll actually see we've created the back. You see, we've created this one. It's the back of the furniture. You see. Go back to the reference plane. We want to create the sides of the furniture. Again, choose on create. Extrusion. The reference plane. Check if it's still there, and take this. And we want to create one that goes to the top, which is 1.8 meters, 1,800, and hit on apply. Come to this end, right? Okay. Make sure it's 20 centimeters, 2 centimeters thick, that is 20 mm, right? Okay. And hit on OK, right? And check if it reaches the end, or if you don't want it to reach your end, it's also okay for you. Whatever works for you, you can do it. So by now, basically, you've seen it's just taking of one dimension and choosing the next and placing it. So when you place this one, and I come again on this other side, and then I place another rectangle, and place it again. Let's say and hit on OK, and look at the 3D view. You see the furniture is coming into place. We have placed this side and this side right now. You see it? Yeah. And we can come back on the left on the reference level again, and let's say we want to create the back for these two upper compartments and the sides. So create again extrusion, again set the reference level 2. Okay, it was 1 meter, 1 meter high, but let's say 1.3 so that we can go up top. And let's choose this one. And sorry, let me take this. It's faster to work with this, but more accurate when you work with lines. Let's say it's 20. Okay, again let's take this one and say it's 20 thick. Okay, and hit on that. So when you look at the 3D view, you look, this has changed, right? But I did not change the height, so you can choose and it will be chosen as a family. And remember to change the extrusion height to 1.3 and they hit on that. You see, it has changed. So our cabinet is coming into shape. So guys, hope you can make beautiful and more beautiful cabinets for yourself. Just remember extrusion. Once you check the extrusion, remember to check the set and remember to check the height. We've finished this furniture, but okay, it's not yet complete, but I was just showing you how to do the furniture. Here, material, by category you can give it a material. So when you hit on that, the material library will open up, and yeah, we can check so many materials. Let us search for wood, because most furniture is wood. There is wood, bamboo, cherry. Let me take this cherry looks nice. You can add it, yeah, and hit on OK. Go to file, save as a family. So you choose where you want to change the family and save it as furniture family. Furniture family. So guys, that's how you make a simple furniture in Revit 2021. Thank you for watching, and if there is a comment, please remember subscribe, like and share this video to others too.